What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Play by Play Tech, episode 24. What's going on? My name is Max, alongside my host, Moandogg Gaming. What's going on?
Look like you put some thinking into that one.
No, not really.
Yeah.
I really just free-formed it.
It
I was like
you
off
had
the cuff.
Look like you're trying
Usually I
to
have
say
like a
something.
little script.
Yeah, it looked like you're trying to say something, but it came out differently.
Yeah, I was like, let me pull. But no, that was really just off the cuff. But what's going on, everyone?
Right? Right? So what's going on, guys? We are in another week, of course, and Max and I have been grinding it at our jobs. It's just been really busy, really crazy. The norm, the usual, the everyday life along with family and work at home, just a lot of stuff going on. I mean, I was able to get some gaming in. I've actually been playing Halo. I've been playing Halo all since since Sunday. I've been playing Halo since Sunday. I've been on it about 3 times already, and just been playing multiplayer. Stubbs, what's going on? But I've been enjoying it. Actually, my last stream that I did, I got really good feedback on there on Halo. People's like, they were just kind of telling me some of my private comments, like, man, nobody play this anymore. And what's funny is, uh, I was already in the known, like, you know what, this is not gonna be popular. People don't watch Halo anymore like that. And sure enough, folks came in there and we had a good time. We had a good time, and then I eventually ended up playing. Think it was Modern Warfare right after that. So, but it's good. I also changed my camera, so I was so excited. I told Max I don't have a lot of money, so I was able to find out how to make my cam look like a DSLR. So and it looks really good. And I got this new screen. So if you guys haven't seen it, go check my YouTube page out. It's pretty dope. But Max, what about you, man? What you been playing?
I've been playing. Oh no, I've been switching from Destiny. Been playing Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
Mm-hmm.
They just made their update where now they had 4K 60 for the regular gameplay.
Yeah.
You can play 4K at 120 and stuff, and man, it looks really good. Yeah, actually, they just came out with the update. Came out either I think it was Thursday or I think it was Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. Trying to remember one of those days, but yeah, they just came out with the update, and man, that kind of just blew my mind with the graphics. It looks really good. It looks really good for Destiny.
So it's not one of these because I haven't done it yet. I have, we have the game. I've been playing Halo, so I haven't done it. I'm pretty sure it downloaded to the PlayStation already.
Yeah.
But usually when you get ray tracing, a lot of people won't see the difference. Like in Duty, I don't see too much of a difference. You see it more so on Battlefield because they put a lot of work into it. But even with my RTX, what I have RTX 2070, I cut on ray tracing. It just wasn't a good experience, and maybe because I wasn't satisfied at 30 frames.
Well, I don't think Destiny has I think it was and stuff like that. It's just let everything look a lot more with the game. It's a lot more fast paced because I think before the update it was only running at 30 frames at 4K, and it was just it was fun. But then I just got kind of bored of it, and I just stopped playing it. And then when they came out with the new downloadable content with Beyond Light, it caught my interest, but I still didn't want to pick it up because I was waiting for the Series X version and PS5 version of the optimized version. And then once that optimized came out last week, it was just like, whew, it looks amazing and stuff. So yeah, so no, they did a really good job.
Yeah.
Bungie for doing that. So
yeah, I'll take your word for it. I'll have to test it out because I'm not ready to play Spider-Man again. I still gotta hop back on Valhalla, but I've been playing everything else, and then Destiny has been catching my attention lately because Destiny just looks so good. With the Series X optimized version, and it just captures you. And they ever since, like, I haven't played Destiny since I bought 2 in the beginning, and then I veered off of it because I think one time me, you, and a bunch of our other buddies were in like a raid, but this was on Destiny 1. This is where I started to fall off from it, and we were in the raid for 3 hours, one match, And I was like, man, I was like, I can't do this. And I started just, kind of veering off of Destiny. Then I got 2, and I wasn't interested because I still kind of saw the same thing. And then I
Yeah.
stopped playing it. And then of course, when that came out, my kid was much younger. We just had the kid, so I just couldn't put the attention into Destiny. I needed to play like, one player games where I can pause it and, do a few things until he gets older. But now that I got back on it, I see all the content from Shadowkeep to, I think it's what, Forsaken, and then Beyond Light, and it's a lot of stuff in there. I was actually surprised, and I don't feel that same time consuming anymore when I'm playing it. It's still a lot when you're in a match, but it just doesn't feel like it takes you away like it used to, where I can't get off the controller.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to be so heavily in Destiny, but it just at that time felt so repetitive. So it's refreshing just to pick it back up and get right back into the game. So I mean, I love it. I love Destiny. It's just my big with Destiny is that it's just like the content that they do put out for Destiny is just it's very short with their new content. And it's like once you beat the campaign mission, it's kind of like that's where I start to fall off, stuff like that. But I know I play the Crucible every now and then. But that's kind of like that's my only biggest gripe with Destiny. It's like once they come out with a new download content, campaign and stuff, that story mission, it'd be good for a minute. And once you beat it, kind of like, dang, I kind of wish for more. But then it takes like Bungie like forever just to come out with a new season content, and that's kind of like once they do that, I'm already thrown off. I'm like, I don't want to play more. so that's kind of, that's good. That is kind of like my perspective. But no, I've been playing Destiny. I picked I've actually been playing Spider-Man Remastered version. They just they also came out with another update for the PlayStation 5 where now you could do performance. That's pretty much they're saying it's 4K, but they're not telling you what the actual resolution is, but they said it's performance with ray tracing at 60 frames per second. And that Spider-Man, I've been playing the heck out of Spider-Man Remastered, and it looks so good. Miles Morales again, playing that game again, replaying that at performance of with ray tracing. That game looks amazing and stuff. And those have been the only games I've been kind of like switching back and forth and stuff. And then and then I've been playing Cyberpunk too. I play a little bit of Cyberpunk and stuff. And
give me a little synopsis. I know you sent me on a text, but for the audience, kind of give your thoughts on Cyberpunk.
Well,
because this is our first podcast since it came out.
it came. Yeah, so it came out last. It came out on Thursday, and we had our podcast last week Tuesday. I think the game is I will say this. I have the series. I don't know how the previous gen versions are. I have seen the videos and the like on current gen. It looks god awful. On the Series X, it does look good. However, there are some glitches on there. I playing it the day where I was playing some type of mission, and I was getting a mod upgrade for this mission, and I noticed that I can't think of his name, but the partner that goes with me to all my missions, he kept on moving back and forth in the same direction, and he was just hitting the repeatedly. Yeah, I captured it in recording there. I'm probably gonna put it up one day, but it was just like it was driving me nuts. Like, what the crap? It was just like that part was glitching, and then it was like I had to do the mission over again, which didn't make any sense. But other than that, the game does look good for the Series X. I will say the Series X version, it looks good. It doesn't look spectacular because we don't have the optimized version. What's supposed to be on current gen, but it's a good game. Would I say get it now? No, I say wait till all the bugs are fixed and stuff like that.
Stubbs said he loves it. He said it's great with a crew. So, I plan on playing it. I may pick it up today. I plan on playing it eventually. I just kind of waited.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
Yeah,
it's a fun game, but there are some glitches where for some apparent reason it was freezing and during gameplay, and then all of a sudden it just sped right back up. But they came out with an update that fixed that freeze, and that was good. But then my issue that I was running into when I was mentioning where the other character that we do missions with, he would just run into the wall repeatedly. He was like going back and forth, and like I ran out the room, like in the street, walked back in, he was still just running to the wall. It was like the whatever. So I was just like, okay, whatever. And so I haven't played it since then. But yeah, it's a good game. I really wish they see this is kind of like where I wanted to drive the topic. Because the funny thing is, Mo, you was talking about I wanted Halo to come out this year. So my thing is that I really want to play Cyberpunk. Everybody kept on saying Cyberpunk best games of the year, wanted to get best game of the year. And this is kind of like the topic I kind of wanted to bring up. So since Cyberpunk did come out and we have all these bugs
yeah, Halo would have been the same way.
That would have ruined your experience with Halo. So if we would have had the Halo game and we went to the same glitches and stuff like that was one of those type of things that was just like something that need to work out on. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I did have an article on Spider-Man. I'm gonna just show it real quick. So if we can just jump right back into, you know, what we were talking about earlier. Miles Morales now is 60 frames with ray tracing. So, you know, we've explained it before, but you know, if you guys don't know, ray tracing is the new advanced level of lighting that make your game looks real, and they actually are able to bounce light off of surfaces in real time. So it gives you a much more realism. AMD has a version out software wise, and from my understanding, the software from AMD is not proprietary, so NVIDIA can use it as well. Just like the FreeSync monitors, and NVIDIA has taken advantage of FreeSync compatible when you get a graphics card, so you're not boggled down to, you know, certain monitors. And it's going to be the same thing with that. I don't remember, but it's the same. Yeah, it should be because it's RDNA 2. The same ray tracing should be in the new consoles. So it should be good. It should work good. It's early adoption of their version of it. So, you know, expect it not to be perfect. You got to give it a few years before they master it, because, you know, NVIDIA's version is not mastered right now. Or it's much more solid, you know, but it's not mastered. And that's just how it is.
Yeah, they're on the second generation and it's still not. And that's what people have to understand too. Like, NVIDIA didn't create ray tracing at all. That's what people get mistaken and stuff like that. They was one of the first people to come out with GPUs to come out with ray tracing, but they are not the first. I mean, they are not the people who created ray tracing and stuff.
Right,
so
right.
Yeah, so I was just thinking, like, with ray tracing itself, it's going to take time for developers because I think some articles I was just mentioning, it's a ray tracing is a really good tool, but it's really taxing. I want to say it's taxing, but I'm saying right now it's a huge learning curve for them, because it's so many different ways to do ray tracing, especially when you have to compress it and do all the development work and stuff like that. It's like there's techniques to do ray tracing and stuff without like messing up the game or messing up the resolution or messing up like the graphics of the game and stuff like that. So it's just a thing. It's going to take time. For ray tracing.
Yeah, and if you want like a good adoption of ray tracing, just watch any recent Disney movie that came out that has like 3D graphics, and I mean that's your example of ray tracing. You know, it's much differently. We put it in proprietary consoles and graphics cards and stuff, because they're doing more than just showing a video. They have to process the game that you're playing. So, you know, it's so taxing that inside the GPU they have to have separate hardware to process ray tracing only, and then have your graphics card. But all that still pushes out in one cord, and it takes a lot of performance. So our buddy Ralph, his wife Robin said, keep bleeping out. Yeah, Max is gonna get that fixed eventually, so we have to deal with it.
Yeah.
So Stubbs said he only had one glitch in Cyberpunk 2077. That's good, since they had it so far. And Ralph said frame rate these. He said he needs more memory in his PS5. He said he ran out already. That's because he has Call of Duty on it.
Yeah, and that's the and you know that's the crazy part. Sony and Microsoft was smart on their part.
Yeah, they were smart.
Yeah, because the thing is now since we have the consoles and stuff, it's like now they have and these games they're not going to get smaller. They're just going to get bigger. Just like we were just talking about ray tracing. That's going to take up a lot more storage when it comes to games like that, especially Call of Duty. I still don't understand why it's 200 something gigs, but I mean, that's just one game. So luckily, PlayStation is better when it comes to their storage with certain games. But I know Xbox, Halo Master Chief Collection is 100. Mortal Kombat 5. Excuse me, not Mortal Kombat 5. Mortal Kombat
11.
Yeah, that's over 100 gigs. Forza is close. Forza 5. Forza 4 Horizon is close. Is stretching that 100 gig mark. Gears of War 5 that's stretching to almost 100 gig. And it's kind of like if you don't have like external hard drive or expansion, it's kind of like you have to constantly either delete it, re-download it, or I have to shuffle back and forth. Cause it's like with the Series X that I have to constantly switch from from storage to my internal drive, from my internal drive to my expansion card, to my expansion card to my external, and it's like it's getting real. It's getting annoying. I know people are saying like, well, you got the expansion card. Yeah, I still have the expansion card, but it's just the thing is that when you have a next generation console, 1 terabyte and stuff like that, it's not enough. I get it. Yeah, like I said, I get it that that they had this super fast when it comes to the SSD and stuff like that. I get it and stuff, but I think now they should come out with a minimum of 2 gigs for each console, and then you should have the option if you want to have more storage to go for a 3 gig or a 4 gig version, stuff like that. That's just my 2 cents. Stuff,
like I told Max before, I've noticed when you buy the games that are made for the consoles, the new gen consoles, PS5 game or Xbox Series X games, but it doesn't really say Series X. It just says Xbox now instead of saying Xbox One. But that's how you know that it's universal and it's for this. We've noticed that the games are compressed and you still get a full-fledged game. So I think the issue is that everybody's trying to download their older games on the PS4 and the Xbox One or Xbox One X, whichever console you have, and developers haven't updated that yet to utilize the space of the new console. So if you're going to do a download Call of Duty, I mean, they've already put work on this game for the past year and a half. They're not going to go back and revamp the game to make it, lower. Same with, Halo and all that. Well, I shouldn't say that. Xbox has been real good on going back and making stuff optimized and much better on the console. PlayStation is a different story. But I did know, like Max told me before, what was it? Master Chief Collection was optimized for a Series X, but they never worked out the space issue. It's still over 100 and something, and also Halo 5 alone, and that's just one game, it's 111 gigs. So
yeah, that's not even an optimized version either.
No, and yeah, not gonna imagine when that comes out. They may save some space on that, cut some corners, do some coding or whatever. But I rather it just I don't know. I don't want to say it because next thing you know, they're going to come out with an update and then we're going to download it and it's going to be all good and gravy. Robin said, when does Destiny go cross-platform? I think it's in January when Destiny goes cross-play.
So, I we'll see. I'm crossing my fingers on that. I don't want or February and stuff like that because things get postponed and stuff. But yeah, that would be great because
even though I cross-platform, you don't mind being
it should have been and stuff. I think it's a lot. There's reasoning behind it. It's all because of money and stuff. But because I own Destiny 2 on PlayStation as well. I own Destiny on PlayStation and Xbox, but I bought the season pass on Xbox and not on the PlayStation. So
Yeah.
it's like Forsaken and Shadow Keep and stuff like that. I bought that on the Xbox, but the PlayStation I haven't because when I had my Xbox One X, it was playing better on the Xbox One X than PlayStation 4 Pro that I had. So that's why I was just like, I'm just gonna some stuff.
The
So
Game Pass, we got it all for free. So
yeah, so on Game Pass, awesome. I got it. Yeah, it's all for Beyond Light. I didn't pay for that. So
yeah,
yeah. So I don't know. It's like I know PlayStation is gonna come out to start putting our own SSD to it. So external drive to it. Who knows when and stuff. Yeah, I know Microsoft Xbox is going to do the same thing where they're going to have a party expansion card. It's probably going to be a 2 or 3 or 4 terabyte expansion card and stuff. It's just a matter of time and stuff. So
yeah.
Who knows?
So let's get down to the meat of today. So that was a nice 30-minute ramble, almost 30-minute.
Yeah.
The games
it was a ramble, but yeah.
Well, anyway, so the award show happened, and it was freaking awesome. There was some stuff that that I didn't expect to win, and there's some stuff that I did expect to win. And I mean, we got a slew of world premieres, a few of I should say a lot of Xbox exclusive showed, and it was awesome. Like, I was literally in class, I'm in college, and we do the remote work, but with my streaming setup, I got a few monitors, so I had it on one screen trying to watch the war show. Then I'll hit unmute when the teacher's saying something that's irrelevant that I don't care about, and then listen in, and then mute it back up. And then when I saw a game that was exciting, I was like, man, I didn't care if I was in class and I had to watch it. But going down the list, game of the year. So, Max, what do you think about Last of Us being game of the year?
I haven't played Last of Us Part 2, so I can't to that, but I have played Last of Us.
Yeah, same
and
here.
And I beat Last of Us. If it's anything like the original one, then yeah, I think it deserved it. But I think people didn't like it because I think certain people were saying like the ending of the game. So that's why people are kind of like protesting on it. But no, I agree. I haven't. So I know I'm going to play that soon. It's like I have so many games that I want to play. I just didn't have time to do it. But yeah, good for them. I'm happy that they won.
Who did you vote for?
I did Ghost of Tsushima because I have been playing that game, and that game is, from the first time you start the game, it's like it throws you into the action and stuff, and the story with that game is great and stuff. I haven't beat the game, but I mean, so far that game is great, and that's why I was Ghost of Tsushima and Final Fantasy VII. I think is a good game as well. But the reason why I was going with Ghost of Tsushima and stuff like that because it's not a remake and stuff, and is an original, is a new story and stuff. So that's kind of like the reason why I went with that and stuff. So and then Doom Eternal and stuff like that. I played it. The game is fun, but it's not like it doesn't have the story to make it a game of the year.
Well, like we talked about before, right? Doom Eternal established their presence on the first one. So usually when you have a 2 version of a game, they don't put as much emphasis on the story. They just put you right in the action. They kind of leave you where you left off at the end, and then this slight reason of why you're back, and then it's all action. And Doom put it out there. I will say, like, me and my buddy Ralph, we played Doom, the first one. It was kind of interesting up front first, but then it kind of got a little repetitive, and we were doing the same moves and stuff, and then it kind of like it got a little boring. But then Max told me to try out Doom Eternal, but I did it on my PC because I wanted to use the best graphics they have, and I just fell in love with it. It's actually pretty amazing. Gameplay is amazing. It's fast paced and all that stuff, and just the customization of weapons. And I've been having a good time. I haven't gotten back on it because I've been playing all these other games, but I voted for Final Fantasy because I'm such a fanboy. I really didn't care if Final Fantasy sucked in this category. I just love Final Fantasy 7. That's just me. But if you want me to be honest, though, I literally thought Ghost of Tsushima was going to take the cake. I did. I thought, even though I voted for Final Fantasy, I thought Ghost of Tsushima was going to just take that and run with it. Now, when me and Max were coming here to vote, we were trying to figure out this Hades game. Because this Hades game is in so many categories. And it's just, I guess I still haven't dived into it because there's so much that we have to play with. So I don't even know if it's a free to play game, a game you gotta buy. I don't even know if it's RTS or fighting or whatever. So we have to check that out. And Animal Crossing, that doesn't surprise me. Animal Crossing is Animal Crossing. They just have that audience base. So it's always going to get recognition whether you like it or not. Best game direction, Last of Us again. Best narrative, Last of Us. Best art direction, Ghost of Tsushima, finally. Best score music, Final Fantasy Remake. Best audio design, Last of Us again. Best performance, Laura Bailey, Last of Us.
They just been killing it.
Jeez, they just ran with it. It's funny, Games for Impact, I did vote for Tell Me Why, because I did play it. And I do love those story-based games, but this doesn't capture you like Heavy Rain or Uncharted and that type of stuff. But if you like story games and not looking for, that I don't know, that punch you get out of games, it's like you playing a movie. That's what it's like. And it was interesting, but I could only tolerate it for so long. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's one of the ones where it's like, all right, I'm ready to put another game and shoot somebody in the face. I'm tired of all this dialogue. It's too much dialogue to me. But I did vote for this one because I did play it. I thought it was awesome. No Man's Sky, I'm surprised they got an award. Best ongoing. I actually thought Destiny was going to take this cake. Because Destiny, they come out with a game and it's out for like 3 or 4 years before they update it. But I'm surprised. No Man's Sky rubbed me wrong when it first came out. No Man's Sky was just, they made all these promises of what you can do in the game, and then they didn't deliver it. They gave you a cookie cutter game without the, just imagine having chocolate chip cookies, but they didn't put the chocolate chip in it. That's what that game was. And
I never played it. I wasn't interested because I already knew I wasn't.
You know what we can compare that to? But they did redeem themselves. But to me, it was kind of like Anthem. It was like they did an Anthem to everybody when that game first came out, and it was horrible. With all the glitches, it wasn't multiplayer. It wasn't the species or the planets like they say. It was just horrible. There was no fleet. There was none of this, and people were upset and took the game back and all that stuff, and it was crazy. Best indie is Hades. Okay, so Hades is an indie game. I picked Fall Guys because I played Fall Guys. Fall Guys was really fun. So best mobile. So this is what Robin and Ralph was talking about. How they won. Among Us won. I picked Genshin Impact because I play that too. Genshin Impact is fun. And it's a PC game. It's a mobile game. It's I got it on. I think I got it on the PlayStation 5 because I downloaded it. But what I hated was it did a Destiny to me. You can't transfer your data over. So if you play the game, that's it on a certain console. So best community support. So Fall Guys got 2. VR, I did vote for this. This did win because to me, this is, it's Half-Life. I mean, what can you say? What can you do? Have you ever played any of the Half-Life series?
Yeah, I played Half-Life. Yeah, Half-Life 2 and stuff. So, no, really good game.
Innovation, Last of Us again. Hades again for Best Action. Best Action Adventure, Jesus, Last of Us. Best Role Playing. I already knew Final Fantasy was going to take that cake. That was hands down. You couldn't tell me that wasn't. Best Fighting, your game won, Max.
Oh, yeah. No. Like I said, if you play Mortal Kombat, and that's the thing is about at first, and I always been I'm a diehard Street Fighter fan. And I love Street Fighter, but it was just like when I picked up Mortal Kombat when it was like discount Mortal Kombat 11. I was just like, dang, this game is fun and stuff. It was just like it's just like they redid everything. It wasn't just like a copy back from when first Mortal Kombat came out. It's like it really put effort into this, and it really shows. So yeah, I think they deserve it.
Yeah.
So
you know, it's funny talking about Mortal Kombat back in the day. I remember when 1, 2, and 3 came out, and it was solid. It was like the game to play when we were all young. And after Trilogy, it just fell downhill. Then they had 4, then they had Gold, then they had
it was awful. Yeah, I couldn't play them.
Yeah, and then they came back with 10, and they set that bar again. But also, Street Fighter was coming up at the same time.
See, that's the thing is about it. See, I haven't played 10 yet. I'm gonna plus when you get a PlayStation 5, 10 I can get to download that for free and stuff. So I'm probably gonna play that again. But yeah. Like I said, I played 11 and I'm just happy. Happy with the game and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like oh, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, I remember when it's probably throwing my age right now and stuff. I used to go, I used to go to the store. We used to go to the arcade, and I used to play Mortal Kombat and stuff. It was Mortal Kombat. It was Street Fighter 2, and that was the only games that I was playing when I went to the arcade. And like I said, they don't have arcades like they do anymore and stuff like that. But even the liquor stores and stuff, they had,
man. You remember going into just a regular store at the corner?
It was like it was an arcade in there. It was a street combat, and then you'd be lucky if you find like Battletoads or something like that. But those are the games I used to play. Double Dragon, or those are the other games, and those are the games I used to play all the time. I literally used to go around the corner. I used to go to the store, get my quarters in, and there used to be a line for like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, and you had to put your 50 cent or you put your quarter on just to make sure you got next and stuff. And that's how it was back then. That was a generation that I lived in.
Yeah.
Stuff and like I said, my daughter, she's not going to.
So it's funny. So we got some comments here. So Ralph said No Man's Sky was incomplete when it released. He was right. Said Duty and Destiny should have won. Dark Saber, one of my buddies, he said Mortal Kombat 3. Yeah. And Ralph said he knew Mortal Kombat was going to win, and it was so many different options. Ralph also said 10 has Jason on it. I do remember that. Jason was hyped when it came out.
Yeah, I gotta download that. That's one thing, because this is kind of like deterring the whole topic. But but Mortal Kombat, they're supposed to be coming out with a next year and stuff. It's supposed to be in the summertime. And the person who's directing it is the guy who directed Aquaman and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I hope it's not like Annihilation was. That was a terrible movie. I hope they go back to the beginning of Mortal Kombat 1 when it came out, because I went that's really throwing my first Mortal Kombat back in the 80s and stuff, and that was just like, oh, that was so great. It was just like,
the music was hype. I love the music. Yeah.
It was just like once that intro came in, I was just, man,
like when the intro came on, you were ready to fight. Like, dude, I'm about to sock the next dude next to me.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was just slapping. but it was just like they're supposed to be coming out a movie next year and stuff in the summertime. So I'm really hopeful for that movie. But yeah, Mortal Kombat, the video game. If you guys didn't have a chance, pick it up and stuff. It's a fun game. You, like I said, you won't be disappointed at all. The story is good and stuff. There's so much downloadable content with characters and stuff. So yeah,
So Darksaber again said the pizza near his house in Dearborn has a stand-up MK3. He said that's the only reason why he goes there to play the Mortal Kombat 3 on the cabinet. You know what? They have the cabinets online. They're very expensive, but I wouldn't. Here's what I wouldn't do. Like, unless you're just a diehard collector, Remember, those cabinets were thousands and thousands of dollars
Oh yeah.
for just one game.
Yeah, that was for
Where
one game.
where you can buy a main cabinet, or a retro art cabinet, and you can load it up with 3 to 4 to 5,000 games that's compatible with the computer in there, and it's the same thing. You can have it in HD and all that stuff, and it's the same price. So
Yeah.
but I understand the diehard collectors, that's what they want, because I collect the retro systems and stuff. But not to spend. I don't have the kind of money to spend thousands. If I do that, I want the main machine, and I actually want one. Like if the wife and I ever move and get a new house, hopefully I'll have a dedicated gaming room, and I'll have one of those in there. I want one so bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Once I get my basement, I plan on having something like that. I don't think I'm going to do when we get thousands of games on there, retro games, because like I said, it does bring that nostalgia to it, because I remember when I was a kid, my dad used to take me to the arcades and stuff. I used to play like Mortal Kombat. There was a Michael Jackson game called Moonwalker. If anybody doesn't know,
Moonwalker was
awesome. That game. People may laugh about that, but that was one of the best in its generation.
And The Simpsons, man. The Simpsons.
Yeah, The Simpsons.
The X-Men.
Double Dragon, X-Men, and stuff like that. Terminator and stuff. The more I'm thinking about it, because I'm just thinking about my childhood, or our childhood, is that man, it was like, you talking about COVID now. Think about back then. They had no hand sanitizer, wiped, and then never wiped down the arcade.
No.
They never.
Like, there was literally people sweating on top of the controls.
It was so green like that. I'm just thinking about it right now. I was like, it was so unsanitary.
Yeah, but we were so happy though. We were so happy because we waited in line. Especially we had, where Max and I stayed. We're in Michigan, and they had this arcade called the Butterfly. It's not there anymore, and they had all that stuff there. You were waiting in line, especially when Marvel vs. Capcom 2 came out. You were waiting in line for about an hour trying to get to this game, and then it's so unorganized. It's just, you just gotta hope you get to the front.
Yeah, people fought over it and stuff, like literally like physical fight. And I mean, that's crazy. Because it's like, now it's like you have 2 kids and stuff like that. They would never experience the stuff that we went through
unless we tally up and buy one of the cabinets. That's it.
But they still won't experience it. And that's what. And going off a tangent right now, that's why Stranger Things was such a popular show on Netflix, because it captured our childhood.
Yeah,
because it's so perfectly, because it's like, that was the same stuff that we like. Now we're doing this podcast online and stuff like that. It's just, hey, it's just, I think younger generations will never get to experience that, which is, it sucks and stuff. I was just thinking about that. No, it does sucks, because everything is great. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just like, when it came from me meeting people, like meeting friends and stuff like that, you don't have that like you used to. I had to go on Twitter and stuff. That's how you see Stubbs on there and stuff. We met this guy on Twitter, and we went on the show and stuff. And it's just everything is nowadays, which is it's interesting. Everything is social media.
Yeah, Dark Saber's right too. He said the 90s were built different. Yeah, it would never be the same unless they come out with some. The only time, I will say this, when I was doing a lot of business travel back in 2013, 2014, I went to Kuwait, and the new Power Rangers movie came out, and I wanted to see it. Just wanted to see if they kind of captured all the stuff that we grew up to, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And when I was in the mall in Kuwait, they had the 4D arcade machine. No, was it 4D? No, it was no. They had the 4D, but they also had the 3D VR one. And you're strapped into all this stuff, and they got the bowl that you walk on, so your feet slide down every time you walk, and the guy's holding the gun. And I thought it was pretty cool. So if arcades ever come out, that's what we're heading to now. Unless I don't think arcades would be smart if they say if you did open up an arcade. I don't think it'd be smart just to have that and not have some sort of old school game there. And you gotta have that there for people because you want all ages to come, and
I
you
mean,
want an adult to walk in there and be like, "Oh man, I remember this," and then they got your money.
Yeah. I mean, they had places here. Well, even Michigan. You remember that place we went to pre-COVID? They had an arcade place and stuff, and how the way they did, they didn't take quarters. They give you tokens and stuff like that, but you had to buy like a pizza or whatever it is, whatever food, and in exchange they'll give you tokens to play the arcade game and stuff. But I mean, maybe they may come out with something like that. All right, like I said, I'm totally off topic and stuff. Let's all right. Besides the Game Awards, we already went through all those stuff like that. So if you guys didn't know and stuff, the Game Awards wasn't just who won best game and stuff like that, but Xbox came out with a Perfect Dark announcement.
Yes.
And we kept on talking about Perfect Dark for the longest time. I said, what Xbox need to do is they need to go back to the Xbox 360 days, the Xbox days. They need to bring out Perfect Dark. They need to bring out Fable. They need to bring out all these heavy games that they had at the Xbox and 360 days that made them Xbox. They need to come out with this next generation console. Xbox One, they really, like I said, everything was, they didn't have any really Xbox One games that I say that was great or even something that I really remember. Everything was like third-party games and stuff. And that was like, except for a couple, I just can't think of anything at the top of my head. But yeah, Perfect Dark, capture it. That was amazing.
That was
perfect because we kept on hearing. We kept on talking about it. As they got to come out with a Perfect Dark game. Granted, I get it. It's a shooter game, but if you guys didn't know, when Perfect Dark came out with the N64, it was on the same level as Golden during that time.
Well, what's funny is I think it took their approach from GoldenEye and gave it a similar video game aspect of immersion. So, because GoldenEye when it came out, it was like the top first person shooter game for a long time.
No, that was the best.
Yeah.
During that generation and stuff like that. I like I said, think I'm wrong. Like I said, like y'all just full of it and stuff because GoldenEye was the best first person shooter game ever in that generation. And I wouldn't say now, but I could say during that time and stuff like that's what everybody copied. Was first person shooter was GoldenEye. If it wasn't for GoldenEye, I don't think we would.
No,
I would say that.
Yeah, GoldenEye set the bar, and after that, Halo took it to another level. That's just
Halo took it to another level, and then now Call of Duty.
Call of Duty now sets the standards.
Call of Duty set the standards now and stuff like that. I hate that. A fall off and stuff, and now Call of Duty took that as the standard now of what needs to be as in like first person shooting game. So that's just, it's great that Perfect Dark is coming out. Who knows? It's not going to come out next year. I already know it's not going to come out 2000.
I don't think because they're nowhere near ready.
Yeah, there's nowhere near ready, and we already got a games that's coming out on year, but I say in another 2 years. I think 2022 is going to be the year that Perfect Dark is going to come out. But also they announced if you guys ever played Left 4 Dead and stuff, they coming back with another game called what was it? Back for Blood.
Yep.
That besides Perfect Dark, this was the other game. And if you guys haven't played that, that's that is the best co-op 4-player game that I think I ever played.
Yeah.
And people could say whatever they want to say, but if y'all ever played Left 4 Dead 4-player co-op, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. Because the thing is, once you start playing that game, it's fun. Oh, it's only a couple of zombies. They were swarming with zombies, and it's like you're like it's so
Yeah.
it's just like it's co-op. And I'm so glad that they're coming back with another game. It's supposed to be coming out to 2021. So I'm excited for that. Another game that I think Moan is this game.
Don't get me started.
I am. Yeah, go ahead. Well,
so the one I really got excited about was Crimson Desert. And
yeah.
this game wowed me. And there's another one that did it. This game is now remember when we talked about Monkey King on our earlier episodes that just blew us out of the water. This game right here is on the same level as the Monkey King, but except I think these people are like big developers, so this will probably come out sooner than Monkey King. But I mean, the physics, the graphics, the ray tracing, just the feel and immersion that you see in the game, all the media aspects of it. I mean, it was truly, it was just eye popping. Let me see if I can fast forward to like an action scene or something. I mean, it is awesome.
It looks good. It still got a long. They still
look at that. That's in game right there. That is awesome. Do you see the wind in the grass? It's just
it awesome. Looks good. I mean, it looks good, but I say it's still a lot of things I can see that needs to be optimized. But yeah, it looks like a fun. I know I'm going and stuff. I'm going to try it out and stuff. So like I said, Xbox came out with a lot of announcements with those games, with a lot of games and stuff. Another game they announced. I don't know if people are really into Evil Dead, but Evil Dead is coming to PlayStation 5, if I'm not mistaken. Some other games. There's a horror game that's supposed to be coming out. People
they talked about Medium too. They brought. I know Medium got pushed back because you can download it now from Game Pass. So, what was you gonna say, Max?
No, I was. I was agreeing with you. And stuff.
Yeah. So, Medium. I think that's the only one I really recognize as far as horror. There's another one I don't remember it. But another one that was really good was what is it? Chrono Odyssey. And you know, this one was pretty good. It has that same next level gameplay. Let me see if I can fast forward to it.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about Arc 2 with Vin Diesel on there. So
yeah.
I see Vin Diesel.
Hold on, let me. I actually have it on our group page.
One second. I don't know how I feel. I don't know. We'll see and stuff. So they had more announcements than they do like actual awards. So
he is,
which is interesting and stuff. So I mean, so they had a lot of games, but for Mike, but going back to Microsoft, Xbox Series X, they're gonna have a lot of first party games that's coming out next. And then we didn't even talk about Halo because Halo, that's something that we got to talk about right now.
Before we end the show.
Before we end the show. So Halo came out with an update. Halo Infinity came out with an update. It was last week. And it's pretty much what they have been doing since the last time they demoed it during the Xbox showcase. And looking at these screenshots, my jaw has dropped. It looks good.
Yeah, you know what it reminds you of? It reminds you that jump from Halo 2 to Halo 3, because Halo 2 was on Xbox, then Halo 3 came out for the 360, and people were just blew out by how good it looks. And it's kind of giving you that same factor.
So it's giving me goosebumps after seeing it. And this is not even finished and stuff. This is not even close to finish. And this is just showing you guys that they are really working on this game. They are really. I mean, look. They only show like the part. They haven't showed the story campaign, but if the multiplayer look, if the campaign look anything like the multiplayer, this game gonna look good. I mean, looking at some of the render screen, the images you see right there, is like you can see the shadow detail. They are definitely using ray tracing on it and stuff. This is the graphics that next generation consoles should look like. And I bet you it's going to even look even 10 times better next year. Yeah. Before this comes, because you can even look. This is where I was talking to Mo. The first trailer dropped for Halo Infinite. I'm talking about not 2019. I'm talking about 2018 when it was showing their space engine. They was moving from real engine space engine. And you can see Master Chief visor when he took off the helmet and stuff. Yeah. You can see it in his image right here. You can see how the reflection is on the. This look next gen. Yep. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm getting excited.
You sound like me.
No. But like I said, I've been excited for a Halo. This is not it was Halo. But it wasn't ready. It was just on it felt platform and stuff. That's why I said like I excited for it because it's just like I knew they could do better than this. If they had Halo 5 look better than Halo Infinite during the time when they was doing a demo, that's telling you how much they need to really work on this game. I mean, look at this. Each character that they're showing right now, armor or whatever you want to call it. You could see the detail of it and stuff like that. And it's just showing that how much they really making sure that they give the fans what they're looking for, and they actually really listening to us and stuff. And like if you get a chance to read 343 games and stuff like that, they always do a touch point of what they have done to Halo Infinite or what they've done to the Halo game. They go into detail as in what they did with the lighting, what they missed during the demo that they did at Xbox Showcase. They show what they did to improve. They went into list of details. Ray tracing, the lighting effects. They was talking about what type of filtering that they started putting on there. Now this is just a screen. This is just like this is a painting. This is not an actual part of the game, but it's like they definitely wowed me on this one, and that's why I'm kind of want to circle back to Cyberpunk 2077. I wish they would have delayed that game until they got it right, because the thing is, I really feel bad for people who have PlayStation 4s, Xbox system, Xbox One X, or PlayStation 4 Pro, because that game. Cyberpunk, even though Cyberpunk would have been in production for like 8 years and been in development for 8 years, and it's just like they really needed the time to finish this. And I felt like they was rushed. And
well, no, I feel like
sucks.
The people were irritated with the pressure of them keep delaying the game. They should have never made a release date, never, until they were solid.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right, and that's what and stuff like that, because that one thing is that they should have, when they first made it. I think that the trailer, I think it was like in 2018 and stuff. You can see the look since 2018, which it is a big difference, but they knew that the current gen system is going to play terrible and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they knew they had bugs.
Well, if you want my opinion, that's a good marketing move to not. I'm pretty sure they paid attention to the older systems, but not put much emphasis on it to make people purchase and get a better experience on the next gen stuff. So I think it might be some marketing move involved in that one. They're not going to put a lot of support on that.
But if you looked at some of the for an Xbox, it's unplayable. The frames drop down to like 10 on some of this game, and then some of the the characters on there wasn't even rendered. It took like 30 to a minute for some of the characters to start rendering on there. It is like the game is unplayable current gen systems and stuff. And it just, for where I'm coming from, is that they should have delayed it to February or March or whatever the case may be, so they can take their time to make sure all platforms got the same love and care. Same love and care with how the next generation consoles got. And so, of course, it's not going to be, but it's like you can even look at PC. Even the highest graphic card, the 3090 and stuff, NVIDIA is still buckling down on Cyberpunk 2077 game, because you can't even play it at higher frames. If you put everything on ultra, I think it dips like under 40. It'll be around 50 frames per second. That's with ray tracing on everything and stuff. That's supposed to be one of the best graphics cards out there and stuff. So that is telling you that they just have a lot of work to do. It's just showing how stuff. And I just feel bad for people who bought it on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4, PlayStation Pro, and Xbox One and Xbox One X. It's like you can't really play the game and stuff. It's fun, but it's just going back to Halo Infinite and stuff. If they would have launched Halo Infinite during the time that Series X and they was running to the same glitches as Cyberpunk and stuff, we would have been, this would have been a whole different conversation.
Yep.
I'm so glad it delayed this 343 games. You made me happy once again. Like I said, take as long as you need to and stuff to come out with this Halo game. If it's going to look anything like what you showed us in the images, take your time.
Yep.
Next year in the fall time, that's more than enough time and stuff like that. We got other games that's going to be, Mo mentioned the Medium. I think Crossfire is going to be coming out.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Crossfire.
It's so many first party games. Yeah, it's going to be so many first party games for Xbox coming out next year that I think it's 6. I think it's probably like 10 games.
Yeah,
and I'm not even.
Crossfire is going to be free to play too. That's what's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about Halo. And besides Halo, you're going to have like close to 10 Xbox exclusive games that you're going to see on there. Scorn is going to be on there. Mm-hmm. Medium is going to be on there. Crossfire is going to be on there. There's some other games that I'm not interested in that's going to be launched too. So it's like I said, Xbox is going to have a awesome lineup and stuff like that. Plus, a third party games like Back for Blood is going to be. And then don't forget, for Resident Evil is going to be coming out. So there's going to be so many games that are going to be coming out next year that people are going to be like, wow, yeah, got the games and stuff. But all right, I know I've been talking so much. I know.
No, you're good. You're good. You got excited when Halo come around. Usually I ran about Halo, but now that they're doing something, I'm actually happy about it. And we got some time, right? So it doesn't come out to what, end of next year?
It's going to be the fall. So so it's probably going to be either. I say either September. I'll say November. I'm throwing to November
to meet the holidays.
And the reason why I'm saying November, I think they're probably gonna. I think that Xbox going to do their own promotions, given holiday. So that's one of the things. So yeah.
All right, guys. That will be it. We're out of time. So I've already posted the links down. So check Max's page out. Like and subscribe to his page. He had a new video just came out yesterday, so go check that out. It's your Xbox hooked up to the Odyssey G7, right?
Yeah. So I'm playing Destiny at 1440p at 120 hertz. Playing the Crucible. So you get 100. On the Odyssey, because the Odyssey could go up to 240. Yeah. But this is kind of like I said, I know we out of time and stuff. This is kind of like telling you guys that you don't have to buy TV and stuff like that to try to get you could go ahead and buy yourself a monitor, a gaming monitor, and you could get the same. You could get it wouldn't be 4K 120, but 1440p is really good. So if you, like I said, you really won't see the difference that much with a 4K monitor, but it's like 1440p looks really crisp, especially playing that with 120 and stuff like that. You can play that with these new systems and stuff.
Yeah, I don't recommend buying a 120 TV right now. Anyway, it's not even out fully yet, and even the beginning of next year, I saw something to where it's still not fixed really for next year. Well, beginning of next year. I don't know what it's going to be like summer, fall when they come out with the TV. So, but 4K 60 for those of you haven't played anything past really 30. If you're a console player, you haven't played past 30. So once you get that full experience with 60, you're going to think it's amazing. And, you know, when 120 starts to become standard, it takes it to another level, and it just has that butter smooth immersion to your games.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
yeah, so if you think 60 looks good, oh, man, 120 is like twice way better and stuff. So
and you can tell the difference. Once you play at a refresh rate for a short period of time, your eyes start to adjust. And when you see another refresh rate, you can tell. But you know, so a lot of people are going to have a hard time seeing, especially console players, because that's all they know. So as far as 120, but when they're going to see a big change in 60.
yeah. Well, all right. Well, that's all we have for right now. So we next week.
Yeah. All right.
Hope you have a good one,
guys. Yep. See you later.
All right. Take care. Bye.